most extremist ideologies based on a simple black and white view of the world. It's just always we against them. And this is very easy to adapt for especially younger persons. The main problem we face, especially in right-wing extremism, is that it plays into the hands of Islamist ideologues. Because every single case of jihadism-motivated violence feeds on the right-wing extremist narrative that all Muslims are criminals and all Muslims are terrorists. And on the other hand, if you have right-wing extremists propagating this ideology, and Muslims, especially Muslims, see this propagated in public, they can in turn to other Muslims and say, see, that's how we are treated here, you have to join us. So there is a very dangerous link between jihadism-motivated extremism and right-wing extremism.
The security service have said that there's been a sharp increase in the number of jihadis that are being watched. 2,000 individuals are jihadists in orientation, which they are watching. We have a significant right-wing. The Nordic resistance movement is one of them, but they have about 700 members, 300 hardcore. Very organized. They do targeted intimidation, even violence. In fact, there have been convictions for violence, bombing at asylum centers.
I actually analysed every single tweet that came out on Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula's governance Twitter feed. And, all right, it's not a perfect measure, but I noticed that 56% of all tweets were about community development projects. And that, I think, enabled the population, or enabled Al-Qaeda to get the population on side just enough to let them go about their business. It's also taking in some of the young men who have, I guess, been, in a sense, orphaned by war zones. If your family's dead or you've seen a lot of trauma, especially at the moment, we've had a war that's been going on in Yemen for the last 3.5 years. You've become desensitized and you want to find a sense of belonging, of higher purpose.